Welcome back to Petengine, the channel where we uncover the hidden emotional world of dogs and reveal the silent things they wish humans understood. Today's story might genuinely change the way you look at your dog forever. Because loneliness in dogs does not always look the way people expect. It is not always loud barking or dramatic crying. Sometimes, it is quiet, subtle, hidden inside behaviors most owners see every single day and never question. And the heartbreaking part is this. Your dog may have been trying to tell you they feel lonely for months without you realizing it. Dogs are social animals. Their brains were designed to live close to others, to move with a group, to feel connected to someone they trust. So when that connection weakens, even slightly, their behavior begins to change in ways that are easy to miss unless you know what to look for. Today, we are going through 7 powerful signs your dog feels lonely at home. And what is really happening inside their mind when they do them. Number 1, they follow you everywhere. At first, it feels adorable. You stand up, your dog stands up. You walk to the kitchen, they follow. You go to the bathroom, suddenly there is a nose outside the door waiting for you. Most owners laugh at this behavior and call their dog clingy, but excessive shadowing is often rooted in emotional dependency. Your dog is not simply curious about where you are going. They are trying to maintain constant access to the person that makes them feel emotionally safe. Research into canine attachment shows that bonded dogs use their owner as a secure base, exactly the same way human children rely on a parent in unfamiliar environments. But when loneliness begins developing, that attachment becomes hyperactive. Your dog starts monitoring your movements because separation itself has started feeling emotionally uncomfortable. The closer they stay to you, the safer their nervous system feels. Number 2, they sleep more than usual. A lonely dog is not always energetic and destructive. Sometimes they become quieter, slower, emotionally flat. Dogs experiencing long periods of isolation often begin sleeping excessively because there is nothing stimulating enough to engage their brain. Imagine spending hours in complete silence every day with no conversation, no activity, no emotional interaction. Over time, the nervous system begins conserving energy instead of seeking stimulation. And this is what makes loneliness in dogs dangerous. It can look calm on the surface while emotional needs quietly go unmet underneath. A dog sleeping all day is not always relaxed. Sometimes they are emotionally shutting down from boredom and disconnection. Number 3, they stop getting excited about things they once loved. Watch your dog carefully when you grab the leash, say certain words, or walk through the front door. Dogs are creatures of emotional patterns. A healthy emotionally connected dog reacts strongly to meaningful routines. But loneliness changes motivation. One of the biggest warning signs is emotional dullness. The tail wag becomes smaller. The excitement fades faster. They still greet you, but with less intensity than before. This happens because chronic loneliness affects dopamine activity inside the brain. The things that once created excitement no longer create the same emotional reward. Your dog is not becoming lazy. They are becoming emotionally disconnected. Number 4, they become destructive when left alone. Chewed pillows, torn blankets, scratched doors, destroyed furniture. Most people think this behavior comes from disobedience or revenge. But dogs do not destroy things out of spite. In many cases, destruction is an emotional release. A lonely dog trapped in anxiety or under stimulation needs somewhere for all that emotional energy to go. Chewing releases calming chemicals in the brain. Digging releases physical tension. Scratching doors often happens because the dog is desperately trying to reconnect with the missing member of their social group, you. And here is the heartbreaking part. Many dogs get punished for these behaviors when the behavior itself was already a symptom of emotional distress. Number 5, they constantly seek your scent. This is one of the saddest signs because it happens so quietly. Your dog starts sleeping on your clothes, sitting near your shoes, lying in the exact spot where you usually sit. Dogs experience the world primarily through scent, and your smell acts as an emotional anchor for them. Research has shown dogs experience reduced stress when exposed to the scent of their bonded human. So when loneliness increases, your dog naturally seeks out the strongest remaining connection they have to you, your smell. To humans, it looks random. To your dog, it feels comforting, familiar, safe. Number 6, they bark or whine more when alone. Dogs are not naturally built for extended isolation. In the wild, separation from the group could mean danger or death. So when a lonely dog begins barking after you leave, their nervous system is not being dramatic. It is reacting to social disconnection. Vocalizing becomes an attempt to reconnect. Some dogs bark at windows. Some cry softly near doors. Some howl because their brain is trying to locate their missing family member. And the longer loneliness continues, the more deeply these anxiety patterns can become wired into the brain. What begins as mild loneliness can slowly evolve into true separation anxiety if ignored long enough. And finally, number 7, the silent stare. This is the sign most owners miss completely. Your dog sits quietly across the room watching you. Not asking for food. Not asking to play. Just staring. Soft eyes. Still body. Calm silence. Most people think the dog is simply relaxing. But often, this behavior is emotional observation. Your dog is seeking connection without knowing how to ask for it directly. Dogs who feel lonely frequently spend long periods monitoring the person they love most because watching you itself becomes emotionally regulating. Your presence brings stability to their nervous system even when no interaction happens at all. And honestly, this may be the saddest sign of all because it reveals how little your dog actually needs from you sometimes. Not constant entertainment. Not expensive toys. Just connection. Attention. Presence. Here is the truth every dog owner needs to hear. Loneliness does not mean you are a bad owner. Modern life pulls humans away from home constantly. Work schedules, responsibilities, stress, exhaustion. But dogs experience time differently than we do. Hours feel long to an animal built for companionship, and your dog will continue loving you even while feeling lonely. That is what makes dogs so heartbreaking sometimes. They stay loyal through emotions they cannot explain. But the good news is this. Small changes matter more than people realize. 10 extra minutes of focused play. Calm physical affection. Sniff walks instead of rushed walks. Leaving scent items behind when you leave home. Talking to them more. Creating routines that make the day predictable. Connection is built through tiny repeated moments, not giant gestures. So tonight, before you go to sleep, look at your dog for a second longer than usual. Watch the way they look back at you. Because behind those eyes is an animal that has quietly built their emotional world around your presence. And sometimes the difference between a lonely dog and a deeply fulfilled dog is simply feeling noticed again. And once you understand that, you never see your dog the same way again.